Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Propagandacast. Me, host Imperial Dane. We are off here to a 1 vs 1 on Langraskaya. Slight downside, of course, with being able to see chat here, is we're going to see a lot of stupid nonsense. But there you go. There you go. Meanwhile, we're watching here the Soviets playing with Levit, fighting for the Soviet Union. And the 4th Tank Corps support weapon coming out, and we're of course seeing Advanced Warfare again, extremely popular with the Soviets as of late. Rarely seeing anything else at the moment versus NoiseofCarpet here.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
Fighting for Germany, for the Reich, for the Kampfgruppe Müller, a gepanzerte Kampfgruppe. And we are seeing some grenadiers popping out there for him. So far, otherwise, nothing highly unordinary. Of course, seeing meteor doctrine choice here. As for NoiseofCarpet, we're seeing Jaeger infantry, blitzkrieg, and assault support. An interesting mix there of commanders. Blitzkrieg not so often used, but it's just still interesting to see it utilized now here with NoiseofCarpet. Question is, will he actually fully utilize it, or will he be picking something else? Grenadiers more and more arriving. We're seeing here that NoiseofCarpet is focusing rather greatly on the right hand side, ignoring everything here. Maxim out for Levit, rolling away on its little pair of wheels there. And a MG42 arriving third here for NoiseofCarpet. Whatever. So that could catch NoiseofCarpet in a bit of a tricky situation there with the Maxim. Old machine gun it is. Infantry, and we're seeing further infantry now running for Levit here, who's of course on the other hand focusing rather aggressively in the west. We're seeing here that NoiseofCarpet slowly runs towards the centre. Constant engaging grenadiers right here. MD42 might be able to support. Maxim moving up here. Not sure where to point and what direction to expect the attack from. MD42 needs to support the grenadiers to protect the cut-off point. Pioneers might be able to flank around here, and grenadiers moving in, but they're moving straight in front of the Maxim. But Maxim can't quite see.
The enemy has our range. They've opened up on us.
There we go. Constant being forced back under heavy fire, and there we go. Suppressed. Pioneers flanking on the Maxim. The Maxim turns around. Needs support, but NoiseofCarpet is quite moving in there, and we're seeing a third grenadier squad arriving from there. Meanwhile, no further units from Levit.
Do you need something?
Well, of course, we'll be a bit short of units due to the fact he went for a support weapon company at start. So that will have limited him a bit there initially. MG moving up, Maxim moving in. Setting up, they're going to take up inside the house, MG focusing out. That could be a problem here for the Maxim crew, and just set up in heavy snow, so there we go. Getting suppressed there by the MG42. Grenadiers moving up on the left-hand side. We're seeing grenadiers moving up the right. And grenadiers sneaking up there. Trying to catch that Maxim, so far doing the right. Grenadiers flying right, and there we go. Forced retreat there for Levit. Following up with a mortar. 82mm there for Levit.
Conscripts under attack!
The sector has been cut off.
Conscripts there firing right at the grenadiers.
What do you have for us?
And conscripts engaging grenadiers over here. Molotov's already up for him. So rather small initial force here for Levit, but in some regards, you know, it's a bit versatile, which could prove to be interesting. Cut-off point there secured. No response to Lucy's grenade we have up for NoiseofCarpet, so both sides with a mortar. So it's the 82mm mortar, Germans 81mm mortar. Of course, there's been some talk that the Soviets had an 82mm mortar to ensure the Germans couldn't use them in their own munitions. But the thing is, they could actually use them. The only difference was, though, that if the Germans were to use those 82mm mortars with their own munitions, they would actually get less power out of it. So that's sort of it. It just wouldn't be as effective as using their own mortars. But they could use them. They could use them.
HMG crew is ready. We have found
Grenadiers are getting shredded by the Maxim. Forced retreat.
You need something demolished?
Looks like he managed to take that cut-off point, but seems to be pulling back quickly. Might be he's already taken up. Grenadiers need to be pulled back as well. In fact, 2 Grenadier squads are not in a good condition there for NoiseofCarpet. So far, not a single hit from either mortar, but they're going before 2 getting hit. Getting suppressed, but Rob going off. They're going to miss flanking in, and Oh, nice rifle grenade there. 2 split coming up and following up with a few mortar hits there. MG42 joining in. That could be the end there. Up there we go. Levit lost his maximum crew gun. The conscripts are reinforced. Finished. Moving up. Combat engineers are moving. MG42 trying to pull back. And looks like... Oh, hit there on the MG42 by the mortar. First mortar kill of the day. Grenadiers there making a run for the Maxim. Like to make a nice combination up. Pioneers moving up. Grenadiers need to enforce 1 squad already ready to join the fight. And there we go. Need to retreat, need to retreat. Zurückzufangen. Die Feind greift an. Oh, Maxim here. There we go. Molotov goes off. Combat engineers that got wiped out there. Levit was a bit unfortunate, but Molotov hit on Maxim. Combined with mortar fire, and there we go. The Fritzes are burning up. The Fritzes are getting fritzed and dead. Mittelschützen Panzerwagen here rolling up to support the Kampfgruppe in its offensive endeavors. With an additional conscript, they're riding for Levit.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Granatenwerfer slowly advancing. And looks like NoiseofCarpet might be making a straight beeline there for the fuel of Levit to cut that off.
Ready.
And half-track entering reinforcement. Maimonov, they're killing half the Grenadier squad. Well done, well done. Of course, not by the Germans, but you know, the Russians.
Ready.
He could consider laying down some S-bombs on the other hand. He's barely got any munitions. It could be, considering there's nothing else, that he's getting a Flammpanzerwagen.
Supply lines have been cut.
In which case, hardly a surprise, the Flammpanzerwagen is quite common. And I mean, if you're not seeing any upgrades for the Grenadiers or an awful lot of mines or anything, you're usually ought to expect, you know, he's probably going for a Flammpanzerwagen. And there we go. Flame projectors are up. Mortar firing away. Now the German mortar, in fact, has a high kill count than the Soviet one. The Soviet one, in fact, getting forced away here. Flammpanzerwagen going in with murderous intent.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Looking a bit tight here for Levit. He has suffered some rather unfortunate casualties in the name of the Soviet Union. With a field gun now arriving to support his efforts.
Enemy fire! We are ready.
They're getting blasted. Mortar rounds falling all over the place, but not quite hitting anything. Oh! Yuri! Do not make me send the NKVD after you. I mean, that just... Ow! He's just killed as many Russians as the Germans has. That's not good.
Your orders.
That is not good at all. Conscripts pioneers with the pioneers never going to get run off. Field gun turning, Maxim turning. Grenadiers moving in. Field gun, Flammpanzerwagen holding back nicely. Field gun, in fact, could get the rest getting wiped out if he's not careful. Needs to quickly rush some troops up. And we are seeing something that's now being upgraded. Likely what he was looking for, and already 2 squads here equipped with the PPZ-41s. Taking away territory while keeping the majority of NoiseofCarpet's force here occupied. In fact, we're seeing NoiseofCarpet quickly conducting a minor retreat into some less exposed positions.
HMG crew is ready.
While Levit cautiously pursues.
My ears are frozen. Did you want some? Enemy squad attacking!
4th squad of countries now. It looks like he's finally adding in the infantry, although he could also decide to go for another mortar, going really heavy on the artillery, or say getting an MD42. Flammpanzerwagen moving in and setting up here behind. No, oh, nice barrage there, getting the MD42 nicely there, but no, he's attacking ground, which allows us to sort of fire through hedgerows and the likes. Meanwhile, conscripts versus Panzergrenadier up here. NoiseofCarpet's Deutsches Panzergrenadier overcoming the conscripts with superior firepower and training. And there goes, sending them running like a pack of wild dogs. MG42 forced away, mortars unleashing death upon either side.
Mortar crew ready.
Thankfully, the Soviet mortar crew is not killing more of its comrades. That would be an unfortunate development, to say it lightly.
Blizzard conditions are imminent.
Mortar rather open, but no threat towards that. No threat.
Field gun standing by.
And Flammpanzerwagen caught out here in the snow, which sadly does not provide sufficient code to protect against the Flammpanzerwagen's fire.
We are ready to go, comrades. Your orders.
Anti-tank grenades now on the way. Conscript zombies moving ahead. He's probably spotting it for the field gun in the hopes of catching it. But at the same time, now that he knows it's there, I imagine NoiseofCarpet will be pulling back his Flampanzer back to ensure it doesn't get blasted to bits. Mortar firing away there. Getting off a few decent hits. And Conscripts versus Panzers, but the Panzers continue their spree of death and destruction. The assault rifles having the advantage over the submachine guns until they get close, and usually that way getting more kills. Poor Heinz still crawling away, his comrades apparently never having truly liked him. Yeah, you smell like sauerkraut too much.
Enemy contact! Ready for order. Field gun standing by.
Grenadiers holding up here in the remains of the building. Grenadiers with light machine guns holding the crossroads. Mortar forced back, tragically so. And looks like he's actually managed to one hit, allowing him precision strike, which has been nerfed to do, well, less insane damage, but still, it's still a precision strike, so well placed, it can still do a lot. But some hits towards the MD42 can still be quite helpful, but looks like he's pulling it back towards the fire. You don't want your men to get stuck on the mortar tubes. Conscripts hit. Oh, looks like they're about to get annihilated, and they were annihilated. Rather unfortunate there for Levit. That sounds probably to NoiseofCarpet. His forces taking a bit of a caning as well. In the process, we've seen he's teched up a bit. Not taken up a bit, that makes little sense. Replacement infantry swiftly arrives for Levit to quickly push onwards towards the fascist foe.
Mortar team awaiting orders.
Grenadiers might want to pull back before they freeze to death.
Sector secure.
Oh, there we go. Ambush, and the Flampanzerwagen shreds half the conscript squad in the blink of an eye. One very brutal blink of the eye, that is.
Grenadiers.
Ready. The peg gun is ready for
And
orders.
Panzerkanone up here. NoiseofCarpet taking no chances with his opponent. Not a bad idea.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Mortar exchange here between the two sides. Who can hit each other first
Awaiting fire mission. Capture.
without killing their own troops? A slight attempt here to forge forwards by the Maxim ended in horrible failure. Oh, there could have been a lot more horrible had anyone died. And there we go. Nice hit there, got the MU-42 half-man crew down. Still no sign of precision strike, which could still prove helpful, in particular since these mortar crewmen are actually rather close up. In fact, one precision strike right now could wipe out the entire mortar crew. We're all here seeing mortar NoiseofCarpet shifting about here, perhaps expecting counter-artillery fire, so good move there, well played. Small squad there harassing up there slowly and gaining back the map. Pack 40 close, that's been sent to the big anti-tank gun school in the sky. And over here, conscripts getting all well. Panzers are grenadiers without machine guns, bringing these conscripts need to get away. They need to fall back in the name of the Soviet peoples. And no, they were just massacred in the name of the German peoples. Flampanzerwagen here also risks going down. Looks like he might find again. There we go, anti-tank grenade destroys the engine. Can the field gun get it? And there we go, kaput. Flampanzerwagen sending poor Friedrich flying through the sky. And at the same time, heavy artillery going in there from the field battery, hoping to get the MG. Mortar rounds going down as well. Can he get the MD42? Pack 40 firing well as well. Mortar could be firing position, and there we go, MD42 down. Heavy losses to NoiseofCarpet's frontline units, bleeding out for the fatherland. Mortar crew, they're still fighting. Still no attempt at a precision strike, and there we go, veteran 2 for NoiseofCarpet, who's, well, technically a bit behind. I don't think you usually want to count your friendly kills as well. There we go, Mortar, almost done. Molotov did quite a bit of damage, but they're not quite pursuing. Can they get the granate in there for a minute, Leute? No, they managed to escape the clutches of the Soviet army. But we are seeing heavy losses on both sides, squads getting wiped out. Panzerkampfwagen now rolling out here for NoiseofCarpet. He's also got assault support, though interesting to note. No sign of, say, the officer. The Opel Blitz or anything. He's got what the strafing ran so far available. And there we go. The Luftwaffe has been summoned to save the day. A quick strafing run there. Nice hit down the Soviet mortar. And the Stuka flies in. Machine guns firing away, not quite hitting anything.
Frozen grenadiers here.
Continuing to circle, ready to strike any Bolshevik targets with righteous machine gun fire. And there we go. Making it harder for Levit to break out under the intense pressure being laid down. And there we go, Panzerkampfwagen arrives from off-field to support the Kampfgruppe.
Machine gun firing on us!
3rd Company, 2nd Battalion. Maxim is stopping the Panzer force nose away nicely, and there we go. Pencil mounted machine gun up on the Panzer IV. And a continued strafing here, really keeping Levit here pinned in his base, ensuring that NoiseofCarpet has the most time to bring up forces to the front line. A nice, bold and daring maneuver from the Luftwaffe. For once, Panzer IV here, dealing with the far right, needs to capture anti-tank grenade. Gets the engine though, gets the engine machine gun fire though, and high explosive shots rather threaten though to cause intense casualties to the conscripts. Meanwhile, further counterfighting. We're seeing the empty fortress moving up rather aggressive, catching the Soviet mortar crew out in the open. That could turn out terribly right there for Levit. Oh, we see the conscript flanking and it's forced away there. The centre is quite open now. No officers to save the day. Pioneers being replaced. Apparently, they were lost. We couldn't fact see this empty fortress getting torn up. He's not molotoving. He should just move in behind it with the stuck machine guns. Come on, why are you not moving in, Levit? Why are you not moving in? You're actually allowing it to get away. The NKVD will hear of this, Levit. The NKVD.
The squad of pioneers has arrived.
And there we go, T-3045 arriving. Packed faultily on fire. Sadly, someone has failed to inform Levit that packs are not made out of wood, and thus the Molotov will have a very limited effect.
What do you need? Fragmentation bombing can be
Gets into the conscript spot, get by the Ladung there, blows them up, and thankfully none of their own.
The Russians are attacking! What do you need? They're breaking our center!
ready for orders.
Panzers here caught by the T-3045. Machine guns raking down poor Heinrich, with only one survivor escaping the wrath of the T-3045.
Panzer IV.
It's done.
As for the Stuka, well, it actually saw sort of change in roles as the war progressed. As the sort of just, dive bombing became less, an option. It sort of switched towards, either strafing, but also, basically, well, using those anti-tank guns mounted under it, the Kanonenvogel was more the role as the war progressed. Strafing tanks with those infantry guns. There we go, another strafing run though. Another quick strafing run there, doing quite a bit of damage. They concentrate the R4 to fall back here. Heavy fire, we could see another tragic loss for Levit. T-3045 sadly was not able to support. Contemplating up their mortar crew could be in trouble. Soviet mortar to find, there we go. Panzer IV fired through the hedgerows. And there we go. Oh!
We have lost the squad.
A grenadier squad took a direct hit there. Nice field barrage there from Levit. Nice and timed. Also time for the mid-game analysis. We've got here the Luftwaffe flying about, looking ever dashing in the Stuka. The Junkers 8070, although technically it seems they just used the model with the 37mm gun parts under the wing, which was the Stuka G1 and G2, the difference basically being a size difference in rounds forward, I believe. But yeah. Little fun fact. Usually, actually, I think they changed this as well, because usually you couldn't actually see the Stuka fly around on the battlefield. It used to be only the Sturmovik, but now you can actually see the Stuka actually partaking in the fighting. That's actually fun. So, nice little detail there, Relic. Nice little detail. Thanks for adding that. A bit more fun to also see that one flying around rather than just the Sturmovik. The fat bastard. Anyways, current situation is Levit is a bit on the back foot. I mean, he's got a decent force. He's actually causing some harm to NoiseofCarpet, but he's making a bit of problem actually sort of making gains beyond that and actually taking ground, which is a bit what's holding him back. He should actually consider utilizing that, you know, precision strike to sort of clear out some of the support weapons on NoiseofCarpet, the Pack 40, the MG42, or the mortar crew, but even get that mortar crew, and that could actually prove to be a nice change there for Levit. And certainly with the T-35, he's certainly also has a chance to really pressure the Panzer IV, but also the infantry here for NoiseofCarpet. It also looks like he might be saving up for a Tiger tank, but we'll sort of deal with that once we're sort of really having a time. Look at that. I mean, overall, infantry force and support-wise, he's strong. He's got 2 field guns, which can also prove quite a hazard to the enemy's armor. But even the infantry with a few barrages. But again, he needs to push forward. He needs to be pushing forwards a bit more aggressively. He's sort of a bit too quick to perhaps fall back here behind the hedgerows and sort of take up a defensive position within that area. And that's something that can give NoiseofCarpet ample time to sort of get back in the field, when otherwise there should be chances of sort of, you know, breaking in and doing some nasty work. As for NoiseofCarpet, he's on the other bleeding infantry. On the other hand, he looks rather looking clear that he's going to get himself a Tiger tank, that way adding in some serious punch towards Levit's forces, and that could definitely prove to be one way of doing it. Interesting enough, though, we are only seeing the Stuka being utilized. No officer, no upper blitz, and I certainly would think an officer would be a nice help, you know, for his forces, or even an upper blitz, you know, helping with more fuel, but also more munitions for more strafing runs, or even, you know, say, the fragmentation bombing run. So there are definitely some options there as well. Otherwise, need to replenish the frontline infantry as opposed to get the Tiger, and otherwise, you know, keep up the pressure on Levit and perhaps try to put him back once more to his base, and perhaps try to sort of take away the western points over here from him as well, you know, deny the fuel in particular to ensure that he doesn't have an easy time getting further T-34-85s out in the field. But let's return to the fight. Oh wait, in terms of damage, I mean, it's actually quite close. The only advantage really there is that he's got more kills than Levit, but otherwise, I mean, Levit is actually rather close to him in doing damage, so that's actually something to be rather watchful of as well. Up back to the fight. Mortar crew in trouble. Penalties moving in.
Awaiting order.
And there we go. Nice use of the wrecked half-deck there to provide cover. T-34 moving in. Pack 4 is going to deal with that. Panzer 4 force back there.
We are losing the sector.
But Levit could have had sort of masked in there and sort of done more damage, but once more pulled back. Field gun not moving up support either. Levit again needs to be a lot more aggressive. He's going though for the fuel point, which I suppose helps, but ultimately it's not going to help about what's going to come. These conscripts will need to abandon their position here behind the burned out Flammpanzerwagen.
Stuka strafe run available.
Unless they're going to want to join the corpses around it.
Panzer 4 ready.
Dina's lips froze to the tube.
And I mean, it's really clear that he's staying up for it because he's reinforcing absolutely no units. I mean, there's a clear intent to what he's going to get, and that's the Tiger, and he feels like if he gets the Tiger, he does not do much. And there we go. Good use of conscript to repair that T-34-85. Good use there.
The enemy is attempting.
And Tiger arrives, but MG42 in a bit of trouble.
We are promoted.
Swift Molotov on top.
A new unit has
Should
arrived.
pursue. Again, though, Levit seems reluctant. And at the same time, we've got the Tiger arriving from Corps Reserve. And we're about to see that MG42 cleared out. There we go. Lost. Stealing it, but just as that happens, the Tiger tank arrives. Need to fall back. You must slow advance here. Field anti-tank going off there. T-35 advancing. And now he knows it's the Tiger out. The Tiger. Mortar run striking down on the Panzerwagen on the mortar crew here. In fact, also looking bad. In fact, there's a nice chance here that Levit could get it. In particular, now with the precision strike. That could be good night there for NoiseofCarpet. T-35 flanking on the Panzer 4. This is looking like a rather catastrophic situation here for NoiseofCarpet. Levit has turned the tables. Tiger though moving in. Close to getting that mortar. Close in. There you go. Panther falls down. Field guns need to fire into that Tiger. No! He's clamped up. Strafing run going. Oh, strafing run. That should have been a fragmentation bomb. Oh well. But damn it, engine. Need to turn. T-35 boozing in. Get behind. Don't stop up, Levit. Don't stop up. Keep moving, man. Veteran due for that field gun. 1 T-35 out of control. Get behind the Tiger. Get behind it. Panthers counter-attacking. Field gun just move up. Support. Oh dear, he's getting in front of it to sort of try and avoid the tow. There's just one problem. Also, field gun's not fast enough, but he's, shooting at the front armour. And he might have lost his opportunity right there to sort of get the Tiger. Close to getting the Tiger, close. Field gun cleared out. Down to 1. Can he get it? Can he get the Tiger? No, the turret is turning too fast. Field gun not there. He could use tracking. Conscript marching in. What are you doing, Levit? He wasted his veterans in 3 conscripts. I think he was trying to fight line of sight, but he should have used tracking. Ah, scheiße. Levit rather botched up the fight in several phases. One part was stopping up the zone tanks in front of the enemy anti-tank gun, but also just not getting quickly behind the Tiger tank. In those regards, he slightly failed there to sort of get the Tiger, and that allowed ultimately him to pull back this Tiger, badly damaged his base. And that could be just the thing he needs to sort of get back, although he's going to need more pioneers to sort of put it together. And of course right now he's got them 1 T-35 to have to deal with while everything else is going on here. Mortar crew might get cleared up, but these brave Panzers are going to deal. Panzer fast went off on the rear of the T-35, limiting the effectiveness of it. Panzers though might get wiped out. No, they pull it off, but barely anything left here for Levit. And that veteran 3 constant squad really should not have been run into that base.
Awaiting fire mission.
That definitely hurt. Good lord, he just keeps killing friendlies. Although now it looks like NoiseofCarpet's also killed a few, but still it's also killed more Russians. Conscripts need to fall back. They're freezing to death and getting, well, blasted to death. Back forward, the field gun recruit. He stole away one of the field guns left behind here by Levit. That sounds earlier Levit, actually. Sorry about that.
T-34 ready.
Sorry about that.
Rifleman ready.
A bit of quiet though, a bit of quiet. And we're seeing a quick Stuka here to sort of relieve the armor problem a bit, knowing he can't get another Panther if he just gets Stuka to help with the T-35s. Field gun though getting outflanked, can't see in the blizzard, and it's far too much on his own. In fact, that NoiseofCarpet can support it. In fact, he's risking getting wiped out by infantry, or say this MG-42's opponent just stole from him. Now go, lost down the mortar crew, forced away. Field gun crew getting machine gunned rather rapidly. Stuka is moving ahead. And that looks to be the end of the Panzerabwehrkanone. Feldkanone, there we go, they've got it. But the Stuka is also moving, opening up there on this T-35 nicely.
They've opened up on us.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
But now Levit is the one spending our support weapons a bit much. Stuka moving in, he could get past it, he can get past him before taking up position there. T-35 taking hits. Another unit cleared out. Looks like the Pentagon is in the turn wiped out actually. Pretty harsh losses here as the blizzard continues. Skirmish strafe actually available, also comes down plenty of munitions. Oh dear, that's not looking good there. There you go, Skirmish strafe. Doing a bit of damage. Oh! Got the entire machine gun crew inside the building. Splendid shot there, Heinz.
Yes, comrade.
T-35 needs swift repairs.
The blizzard is gone.
Field guns. Enemy infantry!
Both sides are looking a bit weak, but still NoiseofCarpet has that one ace up his sleeve, that Tiger tank. Ready to show his Bolshevik opponent who makes the best tanks for the Reich. And the Sturmgeschütz, of course, also providing a valuable support element for his forces.
T-34 ready.
There you go, rolling through the snow.
We are losing territory.
T-35 available. Tiger moving in, opening up the T-35. Why he's not calling in the other one? Call it in, call it in. Tiger took a hit there. Not sure again why he's not calling in an additional tank to assist.
Enemy contact!
Seems quite frankly a bit odd.
Panzer IV is ready for battle.
Panzer IV summoned. Field guns getting cleared out. Slight mistakes there.
Infantry have made the ultimate sacrifice.
Now goes taking T-35 arrives here for Levit.
We serve!
His armored forces. Oh, and the field guns are wiped out.
See us! Return fire!
T-35 coming in heavy fire. The Stuka really tearing into it. Another skirmish strafe. Doesn't do a lot. T-35 trying to flank in here. Panzer IV supporting the Tiger tank. Stuka pulling back here, perhaps knowing what awaits it. We are seeing here that NoiseofCarpet is, of course, moving. He's moving in with the tanks to intercept. Panzer IV, they're moving in, coming in a fire. Stuka getting outflanked by the T-35s. Can he get it behind? Can he get it behind? No. Stuka turns nicely up top. Then the T-35 Tigers moving up as well. Sights on the time. There goes Stuka. Got the T-35. T-35 back on 2. Caught between everything and GG from Levit. Game over right there. A game that in several cases was actually quite close, but in the end Levit just failed to sort of close the match, allowing NoiseofCarpet to sort of crawl back and win his way towards the game. I mean, for Levit the problem was, you know, partly against that one engagement there with the Tiger, which again you ended up parking up right in front of the Tiger and the Pak-40 rather than immediately racing to get behind it. Also, I think, you know, with that mortar and that veteran crew, he should have used, you know, target with precision strike there, so try and clear up some of those support weapons faster. There was also dangerous lack of mind from Levit overall, which definitely could have provided him with a lot more pressure on NoiseofCarpet's forces. I think in that regard that was also mistaken. He also had a slight tendency of moving his field guns a bit too far ahead, getting them cleared out several times, which definitely only helped NoiseofCarpet in this fight. Though I will say he did make better use of the doctrine than NoiseofCarpet ever did, who pretty much only utilised the strafing run and the Tiger. No officer, no blitz, no fragmentation bombing run. I think had he done that, he'd probably been standing a much stronger chance versus Levit and been less likely to just, you know, with one move get beaten, which again was what happened several times. But then again, Levit just sort of stumbled at the finishing line, and, you know, NoiseofCarpet then raced ahead. That was definitely something that probably could have been looked into. Sadly, no S-mines from NoiseofCarpet, which could have also sort of cleared up and secured his flanks a bit from whatever Levit might have pulled off. I mean, it was nice that how Levit occasionally tried to flank, But at the same time, there are also justifications again where he sort of, he could have flanked much better, but instead, sort of straight at the enemy from the front, which, didn't help him at all. So, we had a few mistakes there, a few more mistakes, and I also think, he either should have gone for another mortar or another maximum. He should have had a few more support weapons up over on than just more field guns, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you got a few ideas how to play the game with some inspiration to your own matches. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did want to subscribe, tell your friends. If not, send in a review and provide some feedback in the comments. And I will be seeing you wonderful people tomorrow.